Hello, it's Petra from Petra's Cauldron. Thank you for stopping by and coming back. And if you're new here, enjoy my channel. I am a little bit different from other people and I cook a lot of German food. I cook also Asian and some international food, but you are going to love it. But today we are going to cook some German food. You know, when you're growing up and then you go with your thoughts on memory lane and you think, oh my God, I wished I would have that soup. Oh, I just wished I could make it, and I don't know how, because my grandma made it this way, and I don't know what she did. There's always something tiny missing, and I don't know what it is. Well, I show you today how my grandma cooked Weisse Bohnensuppe mit ham and meatballs. So, Fleischbällchen. So, what that is white bean soup with ham and with meatballs in it, and I show you how that's gonna be made, and this is what you need. Now, this is very simple. You need Great Northern. I mean, this is what I got, you know, and yeah, I recycle. You know, I recycle. And yes, if you have the dried beans, you know, always make sure you have some bay leaves in it because they keep the little creepers away. Just a little side note, see here. My grandma did that all the time. So, and I have soaked them overnight. This is the amount what I have. Excuse me, I have a little thingy going on here. So, and you also need Bohnenkraut, which is savory in English. Savory, so this is still from Germany. So I have that, and I use that a lot. You need a little bouillon. You need garlic as much as you want, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use up all of it or maybe only half of it, depends on my mood swing. Then you need a full onion. Here's your star. You need your ham, and this is now smoked ham already. You know, fresh from a from a store, and I cut it down in about a bite-sized inch, you know, whatever. Here you have your meatballs, and I peppered them, salt, and I just put a little Italian seasoning on it. You know, my husband likes the Italian seasoning, and so I did that. Then you will be needing some speck. Since I don't have speck, I used bacon, and this is Black Forest bacon. So you cut it down in bite-sized pieces, and we're going to fry them up later. You also need something for your soup. You need celery and some carrots. You need some pepper, some salt, and your potatoes. And as you guys know, I'm pre-diabetic now. Ha! Congratulations to me. I bleed always my potatoes. See here, and it's in for like 30 minutes, and see how much starch came out, how cloudy the water is. So, and this is the celery. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. Inside the celery sticks, you got that green stuff, right? A lot of people, they toss it out. Don't do it. You can use it for garnish, and you can use it for cooking. I always add that to my soups or my salads, and even the bigger ones. You can use that nicely for garnish. And from the green onions, I cup it off like this, cut it off like this. Then I put them in water and they regrow. Yes, they do. And you will have some of the nice little green onions. So let's start and begin. I'm going to start frying up my meatballs first. So my meatballs now in my skillet, and will be browned from every single side all the way around it. So this is going to be very, very tasty, and it will give to the soup a very particular flavor. And yes, my stove is still broken. We figured out it is just that big burner which I use most. That's okay. I can deal with this. So since our little meatballs are done now, and this is how it's supposed to be, nice brown from the outside. You know, you can toss and turn them around the way you want it. You can even brown it on the sides if you like to, but it's not necessary. And they don't have to be cooked all the way through, because that will be done later on in our soup. Now we're going to take this one out. And my grandma never wasted this one. You remember, I call this the gold. That is where we're going to put now our bacon and our beautiful ham. There's the bacon and there's the beautiful ham. Just set your meatballs aside. And here my bacon now is in my skillet, and I brown it now, make it nice and crispy. Since this is now Black Forest ham, this is going to help me to bring my soup with this beautiful hearty taste. You know, it's going to give it to it. And you can see there are already some places they start to become crispy and absolutely delicious, people. And this, my friends, is the Black Forest ham. I bought it at Aldi's, and it's from the company Appleton Farms. So look out for it. It's very delicious, absolutely delicious. And look how beautiful it looks. I'll show you, see? Beautiful. Now the bacon is nicely browned. Now it's time to add our ham cubes. Add it to the grease. You stir it a little and let it sit. And yeah, you can have it browned a little bit too. It brings more out of the beautiful flavor. Now we have reached the point where we can take all that goodness out. And if you like, you can transfer it into your big soup pot, like I have here already set aside, or in another different type of vessel. So, and the oil needs to be standing in, what means oil, which is the bacon grease and all that goodness, because now we're going to add after that our onions and garlic. So take it all out now. I have decided now to use only half of my garlic. You can see I have the other half in here. And you don't need to cut it very small because it's going to be in the soup. I just slice it up, you know, and dump it in. So now make it all, this is all glassy, or I don't know what's been called in English, see-through, no, that's glassy. Yeah, leave it in for about 5 minutes or so. And now it's time to get ready with preparing your water. That is the water for your soup. And get your vegetables in and get your pot ready. Now this is the part when it becomes shiny, and that is the part what I call glassy. My grandma always called it glassy. Now we're going to take this out and put it into our soup pot. Add some water to your skillet and loosen up all the gold what it's in here, you know. You got to have that. That's beautiful taste and lots of flavor. See here? This is the gold. Yeah, that is what you want for your soup. Oh. If you could smell this here, my kitchen smells so delicious. Oh God, can't wait to dig into my wonderful soup. So we have transferred now everything into our pot. Now we will be adding our white northern beans. And before you add your potatoes to it, I use the yellow normal ones. And I also cut them in bite size, like 1 inch by 1 inch. But look at this. Now this is the second wash. This is the starches you do not want if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic or anything. You know, if you are very cautious with your carbs, this is what you don't want to have. Toss that out. Wash them babies off one more time and then add them to your pot. Add your greens. Now it's time to add your greens. Oh, it's so hard for me to do with one hand. Oh, I wish Gregg could help me filming, but he's sleeping. And it's so difficult. And this thing here fell over twice, ruined 2 of my cooking videos. That's happening. So now we will be adding also our water, which we have set aside. And I'm having here about 6 cups. You probably want to add a little bit more later because we will be adding also our meats. Hang on, here we go. Now goes in the meatballs. And now goes in the beautiful ham with the bacon. Ha! Talk about hearty. And now do you remember the savory? You take about a tablespoon, about this much, and you add it to your soup. And then about the same amount you will be adding from your bouillon. And I have it already measured it out and add it. You can add now your pepper if you want to, but be super, super, super careful with the salt because the ham has salt, the bacon has salt, the bouillon has salt. So be super careful with that. I will be adding my pepper now, and I have about a tablespoonful. You can always add more later on after it's been cooked. Now stir it all very well, and then you have to let it simmer for about an hour or so till everything is al dente or done. Now this is what my beautiful pot looks like now. So I'm going to cover it now and have it set on medium heat. And like I said before, have it covered and cooked for about 20 minutes or 15 minutes or something in that direction. Do you remember your green onions? Do not put them in right away because they will be all very soggy. You don't want to have that. You know, you want to keep it all the way to the end, and you can add them later on as topping and as decoration and garnish. Very beautiful. Same as this one here. At this point, I would like to say thank you so very much for being here and watching my videos. If it's in your heart, I would love to have you to subscribe to my channel. There's always something else coming up. I never know what. My last video, I think it was something with shrimps, and the tiger shrimps, I guess it was. No, it was my break the fast after 16, 18 hours. So that was very delicious with the avocado and with my fried eggs. Very delicious. But please subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And like it if you liked anything on it. This is an old recipe my grandma has made. And that is something I grew up on. My mom cooked it all the time, and we didn't have to have wintertime necessary. We ate it all the time. One of my favorites. Now, depends on the region. You can also add later on a little splash of vinegar to it. And that's called Jägerbohnen, hunter's beans. I don't know why, don't ask me, it's just happening. There's just a little tiny splash on it, and it brings a complete different flavor to the bean soup. Oh. I've been dripping here. There it is, the beautiful bean soup with ham and Italian meatballs. Absolutely delicious. Look at this. This is the meatballs. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to dig in. So let's see what it tastes like. It's very hot, but very, very delicious. So let's see. I can taste the smokiness. Absolutely delicious. So let's see what the meatballs say. I love the meatballs. And they're so simple, just pepper and salt and Italian herbs on it. That's it. I can taste the marjoram, the oregano. Oregano? I think it's called oregano. Now that is memory lane. That is how my grandma cooked. And I nailed it. You got to make it. Write down in the comments list, if you have made it, what it tastes like for you. And like I always say, put as much as onion and garlic on it, pepper and salt as you please. There's no limitations. Also with the beans, I always try to go half and half and half and half, with everything like similar. And yeah, write it down. Leave me a comment in it. That would be awesome. I really would appreciate that. And subscribe and share this video, because there are plenty of people outside and friends and family members who don't know how to cook the good old-fashioned German Weisse Bohnensuppe mit ham. White bean soup. So for that I say thank you, for stopping by, and I hope I see you later, alligator. Till next time, cheers. Have a wonderful day. Bye.